worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq hollering at you one more again. All right, thank you all. I love you all. I appreciate you. Truly, let's continue to build the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, and let's keep this message going. All right, quick thought. So, most of us consider ourselves to be individuals, right? And truly we are. Most of us like to think that our thought processes are individual in nature, right? And like to think that we make our decisions and live our lives based on our individual perspective, right? However, there is a such thing as social engineering, right? That is specifically designed to impact the behavior patterns of groups of individuals and to get individuals more so to behave in group patterns, right? And a lot of this happens in a way that is very very covert, right? It's not all that easy to detect. Or often we do these things and don't realize that we are subjecting ourselves to sort of a mass behavioral pattern that is being initiated by someone else. Again, we like to believe that we're always operating from a perspective that is as an individual, right? I decided to do this. I do this because this is what I like, right? And certainly that should be, right, from my perspective, something that we want to be able to enjoy, right? Our individuality. But is individuality on the decline? Or had it become on the decline in the old paradigm, right? And just a quick thought and a quick test. As individuals, ask yourself, how many things do I do on a daily basis or throughout the course of a week or any time in the interval I'd like to select? How many things do I do that are particular to just me, that are individual to just me? Do I dress just how I like to dress? Or do I make sure I'm in style? And I'm not even going to touch on fashion. The way we eat. Am I just eating what's being presented to me, what's being advertised to me? Do I just go to the eateries that I see around me because they're just there available to me? I.e., I went to McDonald's and grabbed something to eat real quick because that's what's right there. Or am I making sure that every meal, every time I put something into my body, it's based on a decision that I made on what's best for me and my body? Or am I not making an individual decision and pretty much following the herd and making a selection that's being offered to me, that's being suggested to me, right? In one way, shape, or fashion. Essentially just being sold to me. And do this with any aspect of your life. Where are you an individual at? If we're so individual, right? And we certainly should be and deserve to be. What is unique to you about the way you live your life, right? I have made comment in the past on music, right? particularly the difference that I had noticed in the hip hop genre when it had become more industry control, right? I think it's fair to say, and most of us would agree on that. That since it's become that way, individuality has declined and suffered, right? And that's not difficult to hear. You know, just look at subject matter of what is termed the average hip hop song, right? In terms of what we hear, you know, in radio play, those of us who do still listen to radio, right? But a lot of people still do in their cars. The subject matter has gotten to be very, very much narrowed to a specific set of things you want to talk about, right? If you listen from song to song, what's the song actually about? I hear the song, okay. So-and-so made the song. What's the song actually about? Next song comes on. What's the song actually about? Right? Now I could get on a whole tangent about, well, they turned hip hop into being all about, you know, sex, drugs, violence, and so forth. That's not even what this video is about. It's about the fact that how many of them are really that different one from the other. And so I guess the bigger point of this is let's just ask ourselves real quick, am I really an individual? Am I really living my life as an individual? Making my decisions from an individual perspective and standpoint that is geared toward what is most productive, what is most beneficial, and what's best for me, right? What I decide individually, outside of any, or should I say free or independent of any outside stimuli, right? We're always taking in information and stimuli. The question is, how are we processing it? And is there an agenda that's steering certain sets of stimuli to us? Is there an agenda that's pushing information our way in order to steer or guide our thinking? It's important to be an individual, right? And when you are individual in your thought processes, then you have the platform set for you to be an independent free thinker. So just do that check. Quick checklist. What in my life is unique or individual to me? And if you go through your life, the way you dress, the way you eat, right? The way you walk, talk, live your life. If you walk pretty much like everybody else, talk like pretty much like everybody else, dress, right, pretty much like everybody else, are you really being an individual? Now, for me to determine that for yourself, right? Make sure that you are encompassing individuality in your own life every day. In doing so, you're only going to foster free, independent thinking. And from my independent perspective, free, independent thought processes are certainly beneficial for most of us, if not all. Right? All right. Quick thought. My recommendation, do that quick individuality check, right? And keep yourself living a life that fosters free thinking, independent thinking and decision making. All right? One more time. Big King Sadiq, worldwide movement, peace, love, respect. I'm out.